Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine. I have come on today to take part in an open collaboration hosted by Kathy from Kathy's Favourite Things, and I think it's with Patti as well from Life with Patti. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but I will leave definitely Kathy's channel linked down below. I'm sure many of you know her, and if Patti is involved in this collaboration, I will also link her channel down below as well. And the theme for the collaboration is pink, which is why I've got this little pink mat here. And I've made a couple of things, and then I thought we'd make something together. So without further ado, I have done a couple of things that are a little bit outside the box for what is essentially a paper crafting channel. Those of you that have been with me a while know that I have done a couple of woolly pods, and I am behind. I do need to do woolly pod number 3, but one of the things that I've been doing is a mystery knit along on Ravelry. I purchased this in December to start in January, and the idea was that you knitted this cowl, which is called the Hopeful Cowl, and there was a clue released every week for 4 weeks throughout January, and you ended up with this. I actually finished this in June, so you can see that I was well behind, but yes, I haven't blocked it yet. It does need a bit of blocking, but yeah, it's nice. But of course it's almost August now and I won't be wearing this, but I thought I'd show you this because it is a very pale pink with obviously a little bit of very pale lemon yellow in there as well. But that's what's lovely about pink, isn't it? There are so many different shades of it. So that is my Hopeful Cowl, which I will move out of the way. Then I used to do an awful lot of origami, and I've realised that I'm hopeless at it now. I do remember at school, when I was at primary school, we had to do you remember if you're in the UK and if you're of a certain age, you used to study topics, didn't you? There was like a topic, and then there'd perhaps be a competition associated with a topic, and I can't remember what the topic was, but we were doing collections of things, and I was really into origami at the time. I think I was probably about 9 or 10, and my dad had got several origami books, and I had some origami paper, just really plain paper, and I had a go, and I made a big board with different origami figures, but I did it step by step. So there was like I glued it on, and there was a section for every step of the model, and I won a prize. But I thought, oh, well, I'll have a go at origami, and I've tried to make this little pink crane, but I think the paper was too thick. I think that was the problem. But it's lovely pink paper with strawberries on, so that was that. Then some of you might also know that I have in the past made a lot of jewellery, and I thought I'd make myself a pair of earrings. Let's just see if they stand out on this black, and I'll bring them up for you to look at a bit closer. So silver wires and ear hooks, and then some pink little flower beads that I had, and I've made them into a little cluster. I don't know whether you can see, but they're very light, very feminine, and very summery. So those are the earrings that I have made. Then I made a card, and this was inspired by Natasha Foote, and she did a single colour card, and I found this pink card in my stash, and I die cut. I know, when do you ever see me die cut? I die cut all of these shapes. So there's a peacock, there's a dragonfly, there's a couple of bits of butterfly, flowers, and a couple of leaves, and I've cut them in the same colour as the card background and stuck them on, so you get kind of like a faux embossing technique, and then in every little flower I've put a gem. I don't know whether that's too much. Might be too much, but yeah, had a go, and I made envelope out of coordinating paper. But I've had a couple of people ask me if I would show how I made my little mini envelope folio that I made a while ago. So I thought I'd come on and show you that. I'm just going to get some scrap paper to glue on so it doesn't stick to my board. Now, ideally, you want envelopes that have got a flat flap, but because this is pink and I've got loads of these pink envelopes, I wanted to use these up and thought I'd give it a go. Now, whatever the length of your flap is, you need to cut a square of card that is 1/8 of an inch shorter. So let's say I'd got a rectangular envelope and the flap was 6 inches. I'd need to cut a square of card 5 7/8 of an inch. These are square envelopes and they are 4 inches. So I have cut a piece of black card 3 7/8 of an inch square. Now, you don't really need to use patterned card for this bit. I followed Lolly Palooza's tutorial, and I'll leave her video linked down below as well. She used a piece of patterned card, but you don't really need to do that because you're not going to see it. So all you go about doing is getting some glue. I don't want to take that bit off, Ashley. And glue your flap like so. Just adhere that down. Now these will all get overlapped. And again, stick that down. Just move that slightly so that it folds over. Yes, I don't know what to do with these envelopes because I haven't got a lot of bright pink things in my stash, like papers and stuff. Right. Just move that slightly, actually. The reason you need an envelope with a straight flap rather than a pointy flap is that it's easier for you to make pockets. But I'm going to try something a little bit different. And just line that up so you can see we've got that adhered. Okay, and you can fold your little folio up. So you want to go ahead and decorate this now, and I'm just going to do something, so just bear with while I just go and fetch something I need. Sorry, I realised there were a couple of things I needed and I thought it'd be better to get them rather than keep pausing the video. So we have gone ahead and we have stuck a piece of black card, which is 3 7/8 of an inch square, onto the back, and this will be the outside of our little mini folio album. Okay, and inside I don't like how this looks. So I have gone ahead and I have cut myself a piece of card, black card, lightweight card actually, this one, that is 3 15/16 of an inch, so it's slightly less than the 4-inch square of these envelopes. I'm just going to glue that down centrally as possible. And then just make sure that these still fold okay. Yes, they do. Okay, that's good. Now, to decorate the inside of your mini folio, you are going to need something that's going to still enable you to get in here if you want to put ephemera, or what I might do is make some little cards to go in here, some 3-inch cards. So I have gone ahead and I have cut 4 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3 5/8 of an inch, and I've chosen 2 patterns that coordinate, and I've gone round the edge with my black Sharpie pen and a ruler. So I'm just going to stick these down, and you can see how it's making a pocket here. Obviously I want to make sure that I don't put glue everywhere, so I'm just being careful because I don't want to glue my pocket shut, and I'm just lining it up so that I've got 1/8 of an inch all the way round. And I'm just going to get my little yeah, just make sure that that's okay like that. Okay, then we'll do the same with this side. Line that up. Made a little bit of a splodgy mess there. I am getting in a mess today, I don't know why. Just make sure that that is stuck there, but I still want to be able to get in here to stick something in. And in fact, actually, I'm just going to come in with a bit of my acrylic glue just to make sure that that little bit there is stuck down. Then you want to orientate these differently. So if you're using something that is directional, you need to make sure you've got the right direction. I mean, this doesn't matter too much. And the bright pink just gives it a nice little pop of colour. And do the same with this one. I haven't shown you what paper it is. I will in a minute. And going around the edge with a black Sharpie rather than using more card just means that you're not adding excess bulk to this, but you still get that nice little border, which you know I like. It's one of my signatures, is the black border. So that is the inside for now. Or actually no, what I've got here is a piece that is 3 3/4 square. You will need 6 pieces that are 3 3/4 square, and I'm going to have quite a big black border around here because I've already drawn round in black. I did that before I realised I didn't like the way the paper was lying. So just make sure we've got this the right way. So this is graphic 45 paper. I'll just show you. Where's my lid gone? I'm always losing lids. Is anybody else like that? That doesn't go on there, Ashley. So I'm using fairy wings, which I bought with some of my birthday money. I've got the 12 by 12 paper pad. Now I've seen it, I think I'm going to invest in the 8 by 8 paper pad as well, because I've already used quite a lot of this. But and I know I can't get it all in shot, but it is really, really lovely. So that is what I'm using for this, in the spirit of not hoarding. So my other pieces now, this is my front cover. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are 3 3/4 square, and I've edged them in black. These are all floral apart from this one, which has got the fairy on, so I'm going to put that on my front cover. Bear with. And we don't need to worry so much about the gluing on this, because we're going straight onto you know, a flat substrate, as it were. That's that. And then I'm just going to play around with these 4 to see which I like best where. So that's quite nice there. Don't know which way that, I think that's supposed to be that way. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's put you up there, I think. Yeah, that's quite nice, because that kind of ties in the blue and the blue. We'll have that there with the purple at the bottom. This has all got a very pale pink. And then that kind of ties in with the white bells. I mean, if you were precious about it, you could work out your, and you wanted the paper to cut, you know, carry on, you could work out your cutting more carefully than I have. But as this is a pink project, I wanted to get most of the pink in. And then this is going to have a bigger black border, because we've got a piece of thick black card, which is kind of like giving our little folio some stability. Just centering that as best I can. Now, actually, what I'm going to do with these, hang fire a minute, as that comes in like that, that comes in like that. Does it matter which way this goes? I'm going to keep it to what I had, I think. So I had it this way, I think, with the blue and the blue meeting in the corner. It means that this will be upside down when this flaps over, but I don't mind that so much. It's a floral pattern, and this will be upside down as well, but again, I don't mind that so much. And I'm not going to put any sentiments on the outside, apart from perhaps something on the front cover. So that's that. Now we need to make some kind of closure and decorate the inside. So where's it gone? I keep forgetting I've moved things around. So I've got a little hole punch here, and I'm going to just make a little mark at the 2-inch mark, which is halfway, with my pencil about there. I think that will do. Or should I do it a little bit further up? Do it slightly further up, but it's roughly in the middle. I don't have a crocodile. What I do have is this Making Memories set that I bought many years ago. But the I'll show you what it comes with. So you get a little hammer, and you get a hole punch, and there were 3 different interchangeable bits that kind of go on, and then you hit with your hammer and you get your hole. But mine are all very blunt now. In fact, there's one missing. I'll have to see if I can replace these, but I've got different sized ones. I have to see if I can replace these little bits, and then I've got a universal setting tool which I'm going to use in a minute. But let's have a look. I need to just rub that little pencil mark out. That's that. And I'm going to put an eyelet in. And I've got a whole load of eyelets in one of my many embellishment boxes. So let's have a look and see what colour we fancy. Again, I've had a lot of what's in here for a very long time. So I think I might go just with black, actually, because it will tie in with what I've got. Yeah, and I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to be very noisy. Right, so I've just used my little tool that I showed you to set this eyelet in. It's fine from the front. What I don't like about that tool I've got is the way it sets from the back. It's a little bit rough, but hey ho, it's what I've got, so I've got to make do. Now, before we put the actual closure on, we're going to decorate the flaps, and I've got a couple of things to look at. I've got some scraps left over from various bits that I've cut, but they're a bit small apart from that one. It might be making things a bit busy, but I think I might want something with a sentiment on. I don't know. With this paper pack, there were 2 lots of stickers, so that's a possibility. That's the one sheet, and this is the other. I don't think they're quite right for the inside, so we'll put those to one side just for a moment. And then there are 2 sheets that have got these cut aparts on, so I think that is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to choose 4, and I'm going to go around the edge with black just to make them stand out and tie in with everything, and I'll come back to you when I've done that little bit. So I've gone ahead and I have decorated my little folio. I've used Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers, black on white, just to keep the little black theme running through. Discover Your Dreams. We've got this lovely little fairy here. And I haven't bothered decorating the outside of the book. I've just left that, as you saw before, let the paper sing for itself because it is beautiful. so I am battling against the sun. And then inside, I've just used those cutter parts that I showed you to decorate the inside, and I've edged it all with black. I've used one of the stickers, Make a Wish, and it's got a little curved bit, and I've echoed the curve of a little bubble there. And then this little quote from one of the cutter parts: someday you will be old enough to read fairy tales again. And C.S. Lewis wrote that. I used to love all the Narnia books when I was a kid. So we've just got to do our little closure bit now. Before we do, I've made out of scraps some 3-inch cards. So the cards themselves were made out of leftovers from projects. And I've just used scraps of the paper to make little cards. Dreams of Beauty, these are clippings stickers, Tim Holtz. All the World is Bright, Superior Specimen, because it's a butterfly, and The Air is Full of Sunlight. I thought that was quite nice with those daffodils. And of course it all coordinates because it's the correct papers. So we will tuck one of these into each pocket. This is a bit fiddly, like so. You could put ephemera in here, but I thought this was a really nice way to present Happy Mail. Put that one in there, and I'm kind of trying to leave the envelope showing, so there's a hint that there's something in there. And the last one, and there's one in there, and I've gone with pearlescent envelopes from my stash to kind of add to the sparkle of the fairies, and also I used pearlescent card on the card blanks. So I'm going to fold that up, that down, that across, and then for my closure I've got this 1mm black cord, and I've gone ahead and I've measured what I think is going to be enough to give me a couple of wraps round. And I'm leaving it double, and I'm going to thread through the hole like that, and actually I don't want it that way. I want the pretty, you know when you do a loop like that, there's a pretty bit in a not pretty bit. I want the pretty bit on the outside, so I need to thread this way. I always get them mixed up. Just make sure that that actually is more or less double. So come through, and that's it. So I've threaded like that, and then to secure it I'm going to tie a knot. And then just wrap this round a couple of times and tuck it in the back. And there is our little folio. I hope you've enjoyed that. So if you are still with me, let's just have a look at what we have made. So I've got my little pink folio. I have got my pink cowl. I have got my origami crane, which was a bit of a fail, but it is quite pretty. I used to be able to make these where you pulled the tail and the wings flapped, but that hasn't worked. I have made my little earrings that are very delicate, very pretty. And I have made, last but not least, this 5x7 card which is pink on pink with a coordinating envelope. If you would like me to send you this card, because in the spirit of not hoarding things, I'm giving things away, comment down below which one of my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects is your favourite, and I'll do a draw soon. So thank you to Kathy for hosting this open collab. I'll put a hashtag in the title, and hopefully you'll be able to go and see other people who have joined in. Thank you very much for watching. Take care now. Bye.